Hey yo, what's up Champions fam? It's the bad guy, a WWE Champion Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new video. I aim to make this short, sweet, and brief, so allow me to get right to the point. This is one of my videos to help each and every single one of you out, whether you are a free-to-play player, whether you are a journeyman, or you are the whaliest of whales. I feel one key component of WWE Champions moving forward in this meta is the important usage of MP reduction trainers and coaches all the way around when it pertains to more specifically PvP, player versus player content. MP reduction is definitely something to keep in mind, especially with the new hype structure in game. So you already know the rock, paper, scissors mechanic is implemented throughout this game, especially when it comes to the classes of, obviously, it's basically simple facts. Obviously, you know, you got paper that beats rock, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper. It's the same thing that goes on in WWE Champions when it comes to rocking it out with your different classes. So acrobats are going to have the advantage over showboats. Showboats are going to have the advantage over strikers. Strikers are going to have the advantage over tricksters. Tricksters are going to have the advantage over technicians. Technicians have the advantage over powerhouses. Powerhouses have the advantage over acros. So it's the big circle of life in WWE Champions. But another thing now to keep in mind is with the new Hype 4 going on, with that being implemented with certain class advantages and disadvantages, MP reduction is going to at least help you save you some time when it comes to dealing with different oppositions. So one thing that you want to do, I know I used to be one of those guys that says the regular showdown is not worth it, but realistically, it's 3 matches every single day. They provide you the stamina. Do not spend disposable income on the stamina. Just log in every day, do your 3 matches, move up the ladder so you can get TP, as well as the showdown shop coins so you can pick up some star frags or your IOW icons or WrestleMania promoters if you have not unlocked them yet. But one of the key content clears that we always have to do is showdown, whether it's the event showdown or the main day regular daily clear. So with that in mind, you're always going to be going up against people with hype, and you're also going to go up against that class advantage or disadvantage. So there are a couple ways that you could do this, and this is what I strongly advise. At first, when I was starting this out and doing MP reduction, I would put MP reduction coaches on both characters. But realistically, if you have a high enough hype character and you have a good solid tag link that boosts your MP, something like that, or your gem damage even, if you have universal MP reduction coaches on your secondary, your partner that's coming into the game, whether they have a hot link or not, a hot tag link or not, this is going to buy you some time. So for instance, I have my setup here. OTC Roman is a godsend to many people who were able to pick him up. Why? Here is why. Because OTC Roman is basically on his thing of a Ronin tip where he will roll wherever he will roam. So with that being said, he has not only the bloodline link that starts him off with 4 MP. That means he can team up and link up with Jey Uso or Jimmy solo, and they're going to get a boost starting right out of the gate. Might not seem like much, but with perks involved, it's going to help you out. But he also has, most importantly, a SmackDown and a Raw link, meaning that you're going to be able to do a lot of crazy tag team combinations when it pertains to husbando clearing or mixed match with the waifu action. So this is the key thing that I wanted to showcase here. Links are very important in Showdown, but especially when it pertains to these type of matchups, I got him at the helm because he's Hype 4, so usually he's going to get the advantage. But not only that, he's basically loaded up to go the way I would have him clearing out any type of content, because he's going to be fully loaded, especially with the Raw link that he has with Seth Rollins. And I could switch someone out. I could put Jacob Fatu in. They would have the SmackDown link. I would just have to make sure to swap it. But on the other side, we got Seth. Now, Seth is a hot tag link character. Basically, after the first action, Seth's ready to go into the match if I wanted to, and with the gear and everything, Seth hits hard, so he could clear out the match if I needed to. But the key thing here that I'm going to showcase is this is what I suggest. Put your secondary person to be the person that has your universal MP reduction on. So in this matchup, I got it set up where I do have Carmelo Hayes to get him started with the purple, with the raw link, so he can load up his reds if I need it. And I have Sensational Sherry for the +4 multiply gem amplifier. But on the side, shout out to Lee from Champions Chat, I got a perfect terminology for this pairing. It is the Super Kali tandem, because both of these characters are 2 of 5 universal MP down coaches. What that means is these characters focus in on all colors. It doesn't matter if a person's running triple black, doesn't matter if they're running a tricolor build, it doesn't matter if they're running 2 of one color and one of another. They are going to reduce MP move points from your opposition -2 when fully maxed out. The full max to get the -2 from these characters is going to be 35k. So as you can see, they got to be 6-star gold, and you have to make sure that their levels are right on their moves as well as their main levels so you can activate it. So Super Kali are the basic go-tos because of the simple fact of accessibility. These are people that you don't have to spend money, disposable income to pull and get. Usually you will do your due diligence and you will pick up a Super Stacy out of the key pools. You might pick up Kali far too many times than you like, but guess what? More shards means more opportunity to level up. But they are not alone here. There are 5 altogether when it comes to the -2s. So for the universal models and -2s, you need to have these characters on your account. So whenever you pull them, it's a blessing. You have Monster Mountain Andre Mutant. If you don't pull him, he's been accessible in a lot of Mega Superstar loot banners as of late. You can also pick him up off the Universal Champions Club off the portal. You can pick him up that way. So you have Monstrous Andre, Modern Era Technician. He's another character that can get you -2. They have Modern Era Acrobat Edge. Edge Iconoclast, even though he's not in contract, he has been made available. I have seen him on a couple banners, so he is still able to be obtained. Then you have Super Stacy, Ruthless Aggression Powerhouse. You have PG Era Trickster Kali, as shown here. And then you have a couple others. You have the Iron Sheik Hall of Fame Tech and Stephanie McMahon Modern Era Striker. Those are all your universal -2s. If you want this to straddle it out, I would suggest at least getting them up to 31k. Then they're able to do -1 to all moves, and even then, that's going to help you out until you build up the resources to get them all to -2. But there is another situation that is going on here that we could do the ultimate defense if you have this character. There is a grand total of 19 characters in the game that are MP reduction trainers and coaches. You got 6 trainers and you got 13 coaches. You got a better chance at the coaches than you do the trainers, and here is why. If you go to your roster, depending on when you were here, this character is a timestamp in Champions lore, because there was a time where, if you haven't heard about him, there was a crossover event for the Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters event introduced a lot of characters, a lot of plates that were very, very cracked, and the plates were the thing that everyone talked about the most when these characters came out. But the thing that's more relevant and more important now, if you did play during that time, if you pulled these characters, let alone an additional individual who I found out by doing my research for this video who plays in this role, there are 6 characters in the game on the trainer side for MP reduction, and they are not -1 or 2 or 4, because those are the base color ones. These characters are base color MP reduction -10 when fully maxed out. And that is starting at 26,000. That is where these characters are allowed to allow you to implement the MP reduction of -10. And if I wanted to on my side, and I will, because we're going up against El Grande Americano for this demonstration, we got this guy, John Cena, who's allowing us to reduce MP altogether for -10 on all red moves. So technically right now, Seth is sitting in the side pocket, and our opposition is going to be -14 altogether. We got 10 off the rip right out of the gate for the red move itself, and we're getting -4 universally from the Great Khali and Super Stacy tandem. And again, I know that Lee refers to Super Stacy and Kali, the most Super Kali, but again, remember there are 5 others. There are 5 altogether that do the -2 universal, and that's Andre the Giant Tech, Acrobat Edge, Modern Era, Super Stacy, Sheik, and Stephanie McMahon. So those are the characters. Wait a minute, actually, I am wrong. Hold up, it is actually 6. Now that I am saying it, I am doing this live and I have no shame in this. This is absolutely fine. So there are 6 altogether then. I am reading them off incorrectly. So there are actually 20. See, we learn together, y'all. Knowledge is power. So altogether you have 6 universal, -1 or 2 universal MP reduction coaches. You got Andre Tech, Acrobat Modern Era Edge, Super Stacy Ruthless Aggression, Tech Hall of Fame Sheik, Modern Era Striker Stephanie, and PG Era Kali. Those are the 6 MP reduction characters altogether for your -2 and your -1. -1 31K and -2 at 35K. Thank you, Lord, for that correction. So now we're up to snuff. We're on the board. So those are your 6 for your -2 universal. There are 2 characters that were made available. Don't know if they're going to visit the well on this later. These are -3 coaches for MP reduction, and they are Zombie Bobby Lashley, the Almighty Modern Era Showboat, and Modern Era Striker Zombie Triple H. Zombie Triple H, you got a better chance of getting. Bobby Lashley being in AEW right now in his licensing, we don't know how long you're going to be able to have him when the zombies show up. But if he is available when they pull up, more reason to look forward to picking him up. But with that being said, going into this match, second man in is going to have everything loaded up with the MP reduction. Your heavy hitter is going to go into the front line with fully loaded. Make sure they have a good tag link, or make sure, well, basically that's all you need. Make sure you got your perks and make sure that you got a good tag link. And again, we're going to check this out right here. He's doesn't have his red move on this one for Grande, but if he did, we would be prepared. So we're still going to go in here because we got the first turn. And you got to be prepared for that. And Showdown as well as Feuds, they can be running MP reduction. And again, we're going to cover a couple of characters, the other characters that are the -10 when it comes to your base colors, as well as the characters that are your -4 for your base colors as well. But Universal is definitely the thing I would say if you're a free-to-play player, especially you pick up those characters, any of them, any combination, just because we hear Super Kali all the doggone time. If you pick up the others, mix and match them, and especially during Feud, you can literally, you got 6 slots, you got multiple slots for Feud, right? So in the end of the day, 7 slots total. You can literally do whatever you want with that. You can put one universal on each of your heavy hitter go-tos. You could also do a situation where you could go with run the base colors when it comes to scenarios, or mix and match. Do a base color full, a -4, -3, and then do a universal -2 or -1, and it's still going to make up for you. Okay, so always keep this in mind. I thought this was going to be a short video, but knowledge is power on this situation. Now, when it comes back to the characters I mentioned with the -10, the Ghostbuster characters, there's also another one, but I'm going to go down the list for you for each of those ones. Again, if you have them, you were either very blessed with the pulls, you were playing during that time, so you were at least able to pick up Cena, or you were the whaliest of whales and went all in because FOMO was a thing. I'm not mad at you either or. But altogether, the 6 -10 base color characters go as follows. For red, you got Ghostbuster Cena back in that day. Cena was the man with how he was doing things with countdown gems and damage. So he was given out to everybody absolutely for free 99. Sad to say, with the licensing being up, we probably will never see him again. But never say never. Who knows? They might re-up on it later. Then you had Stay Puffed. You have Cena is a legend acro. Stay Puffed is a legend powerhouse. He was -10 to green. You had Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was -10 to blue. Roman Reigns was -10 to yellow, and Hulk Hogan was -10 to black. The last character, because I was looking, I was like, wait a minute, just like I peeped that I was counting off 6 names when I was including Kali. That's how forgettable Kali is. Bless his heart, to each his own. But he serves a purpose now, so everyone loves Kali. Give him some love, put him back on the love cam, and whatever. It is what it is. Kiss cam, he's the man. The last character, and sad to say, just like the Ghostbusters, if you were not around to get him, and more than likely because of how limited his availability was, because he was only available for Black Friday, modern era trickster Johnny Knoxville was the last character to fulfill everything by being -10 to purple MP. That is insane. So those are your trainers when it comes to the MP reduction -10, y'all. Again, as follows, and as I'm showcasing here, just a little tidbit of advice when it comes to Showdown. Your secondary person, have a good tag link with your go-to. Make sure that you're hype straight, but have your secondary, whether especially if they're a hot tag link person, that makes it even better because that's universal as well. Get you out of a jam. They can tag in and be locked and loaded because there's plenty of hot tag link characters. The interesting thing about them is they're literally built in the sense because they're already coming into the game hot and heavy. Realistically, you can run them with the MP reduction, and just with a good tag link, you can have maybe like a gem boost here teamed up with the universal MP reduction and have like them still set up so they can come in and deal the damage and get things out of the way. But on the other side, this is the defensive way, so you can make sure that you secure victory a lot easier than what you were dealing with. So in my mind, when it comes to these characters on this side, for the trainer side, once again, the -10K, I'm combining words. The -10 to all base colors in the game. John Cena, Legend, Acro, he's going to be your red. Stay Puft was green, Austin was blue, Roman was yellow, Hogan was black. Those are all the Ghostbuster crossover characters. And then Johnny Knoxville, the Black Friday limited character. Maybe they do another Jackass collab, who knows? He was your -purple for your 10. Now, on the other side, for your universal MP characters for the -2 or the -1, these are the ones that are as follow. You got Super Stacy and Khali. Then you also have, this is what helps with this entourage list compatibility, and you see the base 4 characters. You also have our guy right here, Rest in Paradise, my boy, to the Iron Sheik. You got Iconoclast Edge. Then you have the zombies, as I mentioned as well, with Zombie Triple H and Zombie Bobby Lashley. You have Stephanie McMahon. You have Monstrous Mountain Andre. So those are your universal -2 and -1s. -1, 31K, -2, 35K. Same numbers, forgive me, but I'm just making sure that y'all know, and then you can always check the card. The card's going to tell you on the back of it what their abilities do. So if you don't know, you definitely know. Use this for tenfold stack. Now for your -4 base colors, similar to the Ghostbusters that I mentioned earlier on the trainer side, these are all the characters that are -4 to that specific color, and to make it a lot easier, shout out to the good old folks at Scopely for doing something very great and common sense wise here, because common sense is lacking nowadays. For each of these characters, the color that they reduce, the move color they reduce, aligns with the class that they are. So Naomi, reality era Naomi, free to play, accessible, everyone can get her. It's just the thing of working these characters up to 6-star gold, right? Star fills and all, moves and all, takes time, do your due diligence over time, no worries. But Naomi is an acrobat, and acrobats are blue, right? So this is about to be a kiddie film right now, guys. Don't worry. Asuka is a tech. So guess what? She's -4 for green. Then as follows, Natalya is a trickster. Tricksters are purple. Good job. Keep it up. Nia Jax is a powerhouse. Modern era Nia Jax and Natalya. If I mess up on their errors, forgive me. There's over 700 characters now. Nia Jax, a powerhouse. So she's going to be -4 for red. Then you have Ronda Rousey, even though she's not in the company, because of how valuable the MP reduction is, and because they went so hard to make sure that everyone got a chance to pick these characters up, there was a time that they literally dropped packs, and I said myself, and I did when, because I had taken care of everything, I invested in the packs. They were affordable. It made sense. Literally, you had an opportunity to pick up all of the MP reduction people, all of the for the coaches for all four for all six colors base -4 plus all of the characters for the -2 universal. So you had a chance to get these people. And Ronda, because she's no longer in the company and because she's talked so poorly about WWE, it's a sad thing. Just like with Foley's contract about to be up, and he's saying he's not signing back, and Bobby Lashley being in an AEW as well as Edge being in AEW, we have to consider as players of this game as well as fans of this wrestling situation, sports entertainment, what have you, you don't know how long they're going to be able to have Ronda in the game. But I do believe the smart move would be similar to how when Enzo Amore got messed up and then they skin swapped him, right? The same thing when Bray left the first time and they skin swapped him, more than likely because of how valuable the -4 MP reduction is, and because they pushed it, Scopely themselves pushed it so hard to be like, hey, you need to implement this because where we're headed, you're going to need it. Though more than likely, worst case scenario, they're going to go ahead and reskin Ronda. So you're not going to lose nothing. But for right now, if you do have her in the game and you are able to pick her up, they once again, basically all of the -4 base color MP reduction coaches are all accessible in free-to-play loots. You're going to be pulling them at a 3-star gold, 4-star bronze. You're going to get them in abundance similar to the Gem Generation and the MP trainers and coaches, right? So no sweat off your back. The other ones, you might have to go onto a Mega Superstar pull banner, but you'll get them. But last but not least, as you can see here, Ronda is a striker, so she's going to be reducing black -4. Charlotte Flair, everyone literally can pick up Charlotte Flair just by doing the daily login claims, get her gear out of the faction store, and it's up. She's a showboat, reality era, just like Naomi. One of the best characters in the game, free to play. Voltron, just do your due diligence, help out your faction fam, get her gear, and she's absolutely cracked. Like literally low MP charge moves, hits like a truck. Free to play friendly build, but she's your -yellow. And those are all of your MP reduction people realistically when it comes to the game. 6 trainers, all the trainers are -10. Either you were there to get it or you weren't. It is what it is. That's just reality, okay? There's people that were born in the 70s, people born in the 80s, the 90s, so on and so forth. And everyone says the same. You had to have been there. And sadly, in this game, and in Gacha, either you were there or you weren't. But at least here, we have a list of everybody. So before I get out of here again, and again, do your showdowns, do your feuds. It's real simple. Showdown, second person in, have them loaded up with your MP reduction. Have your heavy hitter in the front. Have a good tag link. Have a setup with some hot tag people. If that helps you out, like if you got a New Day combo that takes care of your daily showdowns, do that. If you got your event showdown and you got people with hot tags, utilize them. But at the end of the day, in Showdown, your second man in, not the first one in, unless you're going to switch people out and you're able to do it. But if you're running 2 hot tag people, you want your second man or a woman in to have the Super Cali tandem or any mixed match bag of the -1 at 31K or -2 at 35K Universal MP down coaches. Andre Tech, Acro Modern Era Edge, Ruthless Aggression Stacy, Tech Hall of Fame Sheik, Modern Era Striker, I'm messing up. Modern Era Striker Stephanie for Striker, yeah, because that's her class, and Kali PG. You got those 6, you're off to the races with those -2s on your second man or woman in. Then you can also combine them together. You can do any combination of them, or you can combine them with your -4 characters who are -1 at 31K, but full max -4 at 35K, with black being Ronda, blue being Naomi, green being Asuka, purple being Natalya, red being Nia, and yellow being Charlotte. You got also the exclusives during Zombies. That's another reason to pull for Zombies during Spring Outbreak. Just saying. Zombie Bobby Lashley for -black, -3, and -3 to purple with Zombie Triple H. which are accessible early. This was before they started doing, like, they've been playing around like with the MP. It was 5K, then it moved to 9K. So there's certain people with different trajectories with their abilities. But for these zombies maxed out, -3 base for those colors, specifically black and purple. Will we see a return of those? More than likely, because the meta where we're headed, they're going to end up filling it out, and we're going to get those maybe possibly in the future. But those are your two. They are -3 at 15K. And of course, one more time, your -10 trainers, Ghostbusters, a collective with Cena red, Stay Puft green, Austin blue, Roman Reigns yellow, Hogan black, and Johnny Knoxville from Jackass from Black Friday for the purple. And those are all your people, y'all. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad that I was able to make this a video and breakdown for all of y'all. Again, you can mix and match any of these with what you have. It's going to benefit you. But in showdowns, it's definitely going to help you out a lot. And in feuds, it's definitely going to help you out a lot. Once again, now that I have to correct myself, with 6 universals, it'll take time for you to work them up. For me, as you can see with my coins, if you watch my shorts and everything, with this faction weekend contest, we had the opportunity to work on people, and for me, I went ahead and bit the bullet. So I literally took all, as you can see, the majority of these people are sitting at 35K. There's still some that I have to work on, as you can see, like Naya, Natalia. Who else? I also believe Naomi. I gotta work them up so they can be at 35K. And once that's done, boom, -2 to everybody, mix and match. And those are 6 people that can go on 6 heavy hitters during feud. Combine, you know, just have 1 slot for each of them, or you could, depending on who you have, you can put 2 there, or you can mix and match with and run a -4, a -3 with the universal -2s. So that is something that you want to look at for feuds as well as showdowns, y'all. That is something to implement. And you think about this too. You can also run this in your on your road tours. So think about that too, y'all. Like, especially if you're free to play or you're new to the game, or you're a journeyman. Maybe you're stuck on a certain note on a tour because that person is beating the crap out of you. Right now, you know all of your MP reduction trainers and coaches. So now you can go back and kick their ass, smash gems and take names, play WWE Championes, because that is the game. Shout out to the bro Gmo. You already know what it is, my boy, my broski. Mad love to you. But with that being said, y'all. Hey, yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last. Champions do. Mad love and respect to each and every single one of you, my beloved #champions fam. Like the video, share the video, hype the video. But most importantly of all, if you haven't done so, but you enjoyed this information, every time when I get a chance to make a tip video or advice video, I'm going to give it. I might not be the best guy for this type of thing, but I've played around long enough and I've made enough mistakes to learn from my ways, to share it with y'all so y'all can learn from it. And if you know this knowledge and you've been known it, then by all means, please do your due diligence and share it with others. But if I'm putting you onto some game that's going to make this better for you, because I keep on saying it, quality of life matters. Our time matters. And this is going to help y'all out. Again, I didn't think I'd be that guy that's now saying do your daily regular showdown grind, but do it. Do your 3 matches every single day. Get your currency. Get your icons of WrestleMania promoters. Get your star fragments and fills. Maybe pick up a plate. I wouldn't pick up a plate. I would go with the star fragments, the TP, and the IOW promoters that you don't have. But outside of that too, get your econ on with that. But then on the other side, when it comes to your feuds too, MP reduction is going to apply. Whenever there's PvP content, it's going to apply. But also take this fun tidbit and note that you can utilize this in your tours as well, whether regular, daily, or event tours. Because think about it like this: you have +99 MP for our boy Trick Willie. So maybe there's certain matches that he might not be able to clear because of depending on how high up you have him, or depending on how early on in the MLE and the free-to-play character that you use with the +99 is a better way to say it. Utilize the MP reduction. You're getting a +99 anyway, right? So that just means I can load up on my trainer side, or I just put in one Universal, pull out Monster Andre, Iconoclast Edge, Super Stacy, Hall of Fame Sheik, Striker Steph, or PG Khali. Man, that sounds like a rapper name. Coming soon, PG Ali, the Punjab prison story. Anyway, pull any of them out. That -1 or -2 just might do the job for you and get you some key resources to get you through the game. So work smarter, play smarter, have fun, right? And that's what it's all about. Knowledge is power. And I can't keep saying that and not have examples and be the model for y'all so that y'all know. So these are things that took me trial and error to learn from, and also just doing my due diligence and learning from others. And now I'm taking the information that I've compiled and to help y'all. So with that being said, if you really rocked with this video, and you like what you see, you like what you're listening to, do yourselves a favor. That doesn't cost you anything, because my love certainly doesn't cost a thing. If you know the song, then kudos to you, and I'm showing my age. Then do yourselves a favor by doing these two simplistic things, because simplicity over complexity. First and foremost, please make sure to drop a people's elbow on the subscribe button. And then second, make sure to hit a razor's edge on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from yours truly, the one and only bad guy of WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0, the most electrifying content creator in WWE Champions Entertainment. I love you all. I respect you all. I'm praying for you all tenfold. Let the good times roll. And always know this. Doesn't matter where you're coming from, what you're going through, or where you're headed. Always know, in my eyes and from the bottom of my heart, you always and forever will be a champion. So with that being said, knowledge is power. Whenever I get a chance to do a guide video to help y'all and update it, then I certainly will. I wanted this to be short and sweet and brief, but I'd much rather just be as pure as I can. Maybe there's people that I did miss, or maybe there's people that are coming and I just didn't know their ability that applies to MP production. But from what I was able to pick up and who all I was able to cover, those are all your people. And so hopefully this helps you out. Again, I'll say the names one more last time before I'm out of here, so you know. First, we'll get the exclusives out of the way. Either you were here or you weren't. The -10 trainers, the Ghostbuster collection, John Cena, red, Stay Puft, green, Steve Austin, blue, Roman Reigns, yellow, Hulk Hogan, black. For Black Friday, Johnny Knoxville, purple. All trainers, 26K -10, their respective base color. Then on the coaching side, one last time, for the -2s, the -2s and the -1s, because I was looking at one, but I'm going to go with the other list. For the -1 at 31K, the -2 at 35K, universal to all colors, MP reduction. Modern Era Tech Andre, Modern Era Acrobat Edge, Ruthless Aggression Stacy, Tech Hall of Fame Sheik, Modern Era Striker Stephanie, PG Era Khali. And then for your -4s, -1 at 31K, and then -4 at 35K for all your base colors. One more time, you got Ronda Rousey for black, Naomi for blue, Reality Era. Ronda is obviously modern. Modern Era Asuka Tech for green. Reality, or I'm thinking either Reality, PG, or Modern Era Natalya. Forgive me, she's that unforgettable, but she's so crucial and critical for purple. Trickster. And then you have Nia Jax Modern Era Powerhouse for red, and Reality Era Charlotte for yellow. All of these characters outside of the Ghostbuster -10 trainers, and depending on where licensing goes when it comes to Bobby Lashley, Ronda Rousey, Edge, Andre too, because just like Randy Savage and Ali, there is licensing that pertains to the GOAT himself. Depending on where they go, maybe a reskin or something will happen. Obviously, because the ability needs to stay in the game, they introduced it. They shouldn't take it away. But other than that, outside the Ghostbuster Collective and Johnny Knoxville, these characters are all accessible. You can pick them up at any banner, Mega Superstar, Loot, Key Pulls, You're going to be able to pick some of these characters up. They might do an update to the Silver League loot too. I do not suggest pulling. I used to pull on the shard loot banners, but realistically, as long as you do like use your IG cast to cash to upgrade your metal stock inventory, as well as your strap stock inventory, so that way you can always have space for those things, because again, quality of life. And then once you get to the point where that's fully maxed out, then yeah, go back to doing shards. But you're always going to collect shards. If you do your feud weekends, you're going to get shards. You do pop open chests, you're going to get shards. You do pulls, you're going to get shards. So realistically, doing the IGC, unless they bring back some real cool in-game cash contests, don't spend your IGC on those shard pools. I was young and dumb myself. Only spend it to expand your quality of life by doing your strap expansion and your metal expansion. Aside from that, hold your brakes on that. You can get shards somewhere else. But with that being said though, you pick up those shards of those characters for your MP reduction and take them to the moon over time. Faction contests are a good opportunity to take them up. Talent ups aren't the same anymore. We always usually save our go-to heavy hitter, husbando, and waifu upgrades for talent ups, so keep it traditional. But for faction contests, and you're looking around, do your fuses, make those count right. Do your, if you want to do Starfills, does it really matter nowadays? Not too sure. It's up to you. But other than that, work on your quality of life. Work on your gem generation, people. Take them up to 31K, so they're at least generating 8 gems of the color. The gem damage bonus can come later at 35K, but if you're just looking for the +8, go to 31K. And the same with your MP MP reduction trainers and coaches. Work them up during your faction contest weekends where those events are live. Take them up to 31K. Rebuild your resources again, re-up, then take them to 35K after you've done your due diligence. Play smart and have fun and reap the rewards of it. Patience is a virtue, y'all. And we wouldn't be where we are now if I hadn't made mistakes and just learned from my ways. So that's all a part of growth and development, right? And I want to help y'all out. I wouldn't be doing my job as a content creator if I wasn't making meaningful content that benefits all of y'all at one point in time in your lives. So with that being said, y'all, again, I apologize for the long video, but I'm also grateful and have no regrets for covering this with y'all, so y'all know who to go after. We now know altogether there's a grand total of 20 characters in this game that are just killing it and doing it. So it is what it is on that situation. 14 coaches and 6 trainers. And with that being said, build them up where you can, utilize them appropriately and accordingly. And again, build around your account. There's many ways to combine MP reduction and still hit hard and fuse, let alone showdowns and any other format of content in here. So it's all good. But with that being said, y'all, stay tuned. Let's chop it up in the comments below and let me know if there's anything that I missed. Share that knowledge in the comments and let's just chop it up. And until next time, hey yo.